As the most popular sport in the world, football has provided us with some priceless experiences both on and off the pitch. But occasionally the most amusing acts take place off the pitch. We'll look at some of the funniest football player-related stories in this video. So are these funny stories or serious ones? Let's first watch the serious ones like the scam that Cristiano Ronaldo got into, and stick around till the end of the video for some hilarious stories that will have you in stitches. So take a seat back, unwind, and prepare yourself for some entertaining stories from the football world. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan was already one of Sweden's most sought men by the time he was 19 years old. Growing up wasn't easy for Zlatan because his mom was incarcerated and his dad was an alcoholic who could barely afford food. As a result, Zlatan grew up in poverty and was always looking for a way out. He made a promise to himself that if he ever found that light at the end of the tunnel, he would never let off the gas, but that promise resulted in the wildest night of his life. Once Zlatan became a teenager, he was on a mission to accomplish two goals: becoming a pro football player and to have a cool car. But competing in youth football leagues and trying to establish a name just wasn't cutting it. He began with shoplifting and stealing bikes, but after experiencing his first taste of money and the rush it brought, he developed an addiction. While his passion for the sport waned, but his life was a crime, his career in football started to decline. It helped him survive long enough to accomplish one of his goals. He bought a Porsche Turbo with his last money. It became his biggest mistake. He was driving around fast because he liked the adrenaline. Then, suddenly police were chasing him. I'm asking you, do you think he stopped or not? No, he did not. He found a tunnel underneath the highway, and he was waiting there, and the police kept going. Zlatan's heart was beating out of his chest because somehow he got away, but that night when he lay in bed, his entire life flashed before his eyes and Zlatan was scared because that feeling of adrenaline was something he could never let go. So he made the decision there, and then to harness his deadly instinct on the pitch in order to pursue his other objectives and develop into one of football's most lethal strikers. So whenever you see Zlatan dominating, remember that one night, one decision helped to make him into a legend. Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos' actions nearly resulted in his death. Ramos was raised in Seville and has always been a wild man. Ramos wanted to take a chance on losing everything for the thrill, but his parents forbade him from playing football and put him in a youth club out of fear that one day they would learn of a catastrophic accident. However, Ramos felt that playing a sport like this was never enough for him. Despite the fact that he was thriving, he thought that this sport lacked any real danger. Therefore, despite the fact that his parents in the club forbade him from biking, he chose to live irresponsibly and do it in secret. As soon as he gripped the handlebars, however, it turned into an addiction. He thought he was invincible until one mistake caused him to pay the ultimate price in the emergency room. Despite all odds, Ramos not only recovered, but also went on to become a better football player than he could have ever imagined. You'd think that after coming close to passing away, Ramos would have given up his dream of riding a motorcycle. But here we are in 2021 and Ramos just couldn't help himself. Let's hope he doesn't end up in the emergency room again. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo was conned out of around 300,000 euros in 2017 by a Portuguese woman. Via social media, the woman got in touch with Ronaldo's sister while posing as a representative of a well-known charity, in order to contact her brother and request a financial contribution to the organization. She requested Ronaldo's sister for her brother's phone number. Ronaldo, who is well recognized for his charitable endeavors, answered the phone and decided to donate. He complied with the woman's request to move the funds to a Spanish bank account. Later on, it was discovered that the account belonged to the woman's boyfriend, who immediately took the money out and vanished. An investigation was started after the event was reported to the police right away by Ronaldo and his crew. It was determined that the woman had operated under a false name and had conned other prominent personalities. Following the incident, the woman, identified as Maria Silva, was arrested and charged with fraud. She was sentenced to 4 years in prison, but was later released on parole. The authorities were not able to recover the money, as it had already been withdrawn and transferred to other accounts. This incident made it clear how crucial it is to exercise caution while making charitable contributions, especially online. It's crucial to confirm the legitimacy of the nonprofit organization and guarantee that the gift was made via authorized channels. Ronaldo's experience serves as a reminder that it's crucial to take precautions in order to protect oneself from frauds, even when they target prominent figures. Despite the unfortunate incident, Ronaldo has continued to make charitable donations throughout his career. He gave hospitals in Portugal more than $1.8 million in 2020 to assist fight the COVID-19 pandemic. Throughout his career, he has also been active in a number of charity projects, including assisting disaster relief efforts and helping disadvantaged children. Ronaldo's commitment to philanthropy shows that despite being the victim of a fraud, he still believes in the value of giving back to society. Ronaldo Nazário. Brazilian football legend Ronaldo had to be admitted to the hospital the night before the championship game versus France in 1998 because of an unexplained sickness. Later, it was discovered that Ronaldo had experienced a seizure brought on by a convulsive fit that had been triggered by stress and a previous knee injury. Ronaldo had been an important player for Brazil throughout the competition, scoring 4 goals in the preliminary rounds to aid his team's advancement to the championship game. However, his sudden illness made it uncertain whether he would compete in the championship, leading many fans and analysts to speculate on the nature of the player's condition. Despite the concerns, Ronaldo was named in Brazil's starting lineup for the final match against France. He was obviously not at his best, though, and found it difficult to have an impact on the game. Ronaldo appeared out of sorts and uneasy throughout the game as Brazil lost the game 3-0. The episode, which was one of the most talked about World Cup moments in 1998, generated a lot of debate and rumors about what had happened to Ronaldo. The athlete, however, has since claimed that he doesn't recall much about the encounter and that he was just unwell on the finals day. Now shall we move on to some hilarious stories? Let's go. David Beckham. In 2007, David Beckham and Tom Cruise made headlines when they were involved in a bizarre incident at a Los Angeles Galaxy football match. During the game, Tom Cruise, who was watching from the stands, jumped out of his seat and ran onto the field to embrace David Beckham, who was playing for the Galaxy at the time. Beckham thought that Cruise was just another fan and asked him if he would like an autograph. Gary Lineker. English player Gary Lineker made news in 1990 during the World Cup after getting caught short on the pitch against Ireland. Lineker was ill the whole game due to a stomach virus he had been dealing with. Lineker had to continue playing because there were no stand-ins, though. Lineker suddenly became aware that he wanted to use the loo immediately during the second half of the game after feeling a rumbling in his stomach. Lineker made the decision to act independently and relieve himself on the pitch while being extremely careful to conceal his activities from the cameras and other players, because he had no time to exit the pitch. Later, he threw his filthy shorts over a fence for disposal. The incident became known as the Pants Incident and made headlines around the world, with many fans and pundits expressing sympathy for Lineker's predicament. Now, let's check out a story of Mario Balotelli. Mario Balotelli made headlines in October 2011 when he lit fireworks in his bathroom, starting a fire that required the arrival of the fire service to put out. Balotelli was shooting off fireworks from his bathroom window, but they actually went off inside the bathroom. Balotelli was fortunate to escape unharmed, but the ensuing fire seriously damaged the room. Mario Balotelli's toilet fireworks episode became a hot topic in the media, and many people criticized the footballer for his careless actions. The fire brigade that went to the scene verified that fireworks had sparked the blaze, which had badly damaged the restroom. Later, Balotelli expressed regret for the event and admitted that he had made a mistake. Now let me ask you something. Do you find Mario's story serious or funny? And do you know about any other stories of football players? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.